equipped with the latest state-of-the-art machinery, offering comprehensive and niche manufacturing solutions to customers around the world. An expert in high-end products including communication and IoT products, electronic devices, and semiconductor components. As a leader in the industry, ATECH is committed to create value for our customers, to drive continuous improvement, and to protect our customers' IP, as well as to embrace the Internet of Things while working towards Industry 4.0. We develop and implement our own manufacturing execution system, MES, that provides real-time information, quality controls, traceability which enhances our manufacturing efficiency and productivity with the help of robotics and automation. Customized test fixture and assembly workstations for different products servicing customers in transportation, power management, energy, telecommunication and IoT industries. A multi-award-winning company, ATECH has also been awarded an extensive list of regulatory certifications and standards, made possible only through the hard work and dedication of our professional team of employees, as ATECH believes people is what makes the future. We believe dreams can only be achieved through people, and our beliefs go beyond cultivating our people through ongoing internal training.
I've been working at ATECH for the past 15 years. ATECH is a wonderful and nurturing place to work at.
Most of all, we enjoy giving back to communities, also together as a team. Working at ATECH is not just a job to me, we are like a big family.
ATECH has a track record of 28 years with the business built on long-term customer relationships. Building a global network, ATECH serves its customers in 11 countries over 3 continents, including the United States of America, Asia Pacific, and Europe, while maintaining a pristine decade-long relationships with our top 5 multinational companies.
TCM has been an important and strategic partner and supplier to Xirgo for well over 10 years, and we expect them to expand their role with Xirgo as we continue to grow over the coming years.
感谢大家对怡远业务的支持，我们也希望PCM 的业务越做越大，然后谢谢你们。
I'm grateful for your dedicated commitment in supporting our requirements for nearly 3 decades. You have proven to be a reliable partner, and you do not disappoint. Thank you.
ATECH, connecting the world for a smarter living. Welcome to Aurelius Technologies Berhad, a high-tech plant located in Kulim High-Tech Park. Welcome to Aurelius Technologies Berhad, a high-tech plant located in Kulim High-Tech Park, Malaysia. With a total build-up of 250,000 square feet, Aurelius Technologies also known as ATECH, is a world-class one-stop electronics manufacturing services provider with an established track record of more than 28 years. ATECH is fully equipped with the latest state-of-the-art machineries, offering comprehensive and niche manufacturing solutions to customers around the world. An expert in high-end products including communication and IoT products, electronic devices, and semiconductor components. As a leader in the industry, ATECH is committed to create value for our customers, to drive continuous improvement, and to protect our customers' IP, as well as to embrace the Internet of Things while working towards Industry 4.0. We develop and implement our own manufacturing execution system (MES) that provides real-time information, quality controls, traceability which enhances our manufacturing efficiency and productivity with the help of robotics and automation. Customized test fixture and assembly workstations for different products servicing customers in transportation, power management, energy, telecommunication and IoT industries. A multi-award winning company, ATECH has also been awarded an extensive list of regulatory certifications and standards, made possible only through the hard work and dedication of our professional team of employees, as ATECH believes people is what makes the future. We believe dreams can only be achieved through people, and our beliefs go beyond cultivating our people through ongoing internal training.
I've been working at ATECH for the past 15 years. ATECH is a wonderful and nurturing place to work at.
Most of all, we enjoy giving back to communities. Also together as a team. Working at ATECH is not just a job to me. We are like a big family.
ATECH has a track record of 28 years with the business built on long-term customer relationships. Building a global network, ATECH serves its customers in 11 countries over 3 continents, including the United States of America, Asia Pacific, and Europe, while maintaining a pristine decade-long relationships with our top 5 multinational companies.
PCM has been an important and strategic partner and supplier to Zergo for well over 10 years, and we expect them to expand their role with Zergo as we continue to grow over the coming years.
感谢大家对怡远业务的支持，我们也希望PCM 的业务越做越大，然后谢谢你们。
I'm grateful for your dedicated commitment in supporting our requirements for nearly 3 decades. You have proven to be a reliable partner, and you do not disappoint. Thank you.
ATECH, connecting the world for a smarter living.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. So firstly, as usual, I'll make sure everyone can hear me well. So if you can hear me, please type yes in the comment section below, okay? Please type yes, and it will help us to like and share this video so that more people can understand about this company that we're about to share to you today. So do I have anyone that can hear me? Yes, yes, I think there are some responses there. Okay, great, great. Okay, welcome to our corporate briefing session today. Okay, today we are bringing you Aurelius Technologies Berhad, or ATECH, okay, a global manufacturing services provider for industrial electronics product, okay, which have just recently launched their prospectus on the 29th of November. It is why today we have with us Executive Director Group CEO Mr. Lee, and also Executive Director Group CFO Mr. Loh. Okay, gentlemen, how are you guys doing this afternoon? Sorry.
Hi, a very good afternoon, Don. We
Hi,
are
good
doing well.
afternoon.
Thank you very
Good,
much.
good to hear that. Good to hear that. Okay, so all right, I think maybe it's a midday session, so I don't want to waste people's lunchtime whatsoever. So I think we should get right into it. I think we have a presentation video to show to our audiences today. Okay, so maybe if you guys have any question for Mr. Lee and also Mr. Loh, you guys can drop it in the comment section below, and we'll get to them at the end of the session in the Q&A session. All right. So let's have the presentation up right now.
Hello, welcome to Aurelius Technologies Berhad investor presentation today. This is our disclaimer. Here is what we are covering today: the IPO offering structure and timeline that will be elaborated further by Mr. Raymond Choi of Maybank Investment Bank, company overview, key investment highlights, COVID-19 measures and impact, and lastly, our financial overview. Leading today's presentation are Mr. Lee Chong Yao, Executive Director and Group CEO, and Mr. Loh Hock Chiang, Executive Director and Group CFO. Moving on to Section 1, offering structure and timeline.
The IPO of Aurelius Technologies Berhad involves an offering of 103.9 million shares, representing 29% of the company's share capital. This comprises an institutional offering of 81 million shares, representing approximately 22.6% of the share capital, where 44.8 million shares will be offered to Bumiputra investors approved by MITI, with a balance of 36.2 million shares offered to other institutional investors. There is a retail offering of 22.9 million shares, representing 6.4% of the share capital, where 5 million shares will be offered to eligible directors, employees of the group, and persons who have contributed to the success of the group. And a balance of 17.9 million shares will be offered to the Malaysian public. In terms of the IPO proceeds, 74% of the IPO proceeds will be due to the company, and the balance of 26% will be due to the selling shareholder. Company will be using the IPO proceeds primarily for the purchase of new machinery and equipment, repayment of borrowings, working capital, and to defray fees and expenses for the IPO and listing exercise. There is a 6-month moratorium on its major shareholder, Mainstream Holdings, as well as the shareholders of Mainstream Holdings, namely Mainstream Limited, Mr. Lee, Mr. Loh, Pixel Advisors, and Titanium. The stock is a Sharia compliant stock, and the Sharia status has been approved by the Securities Commission. In terms of timeline, the books open now and is scheduled to close on 3rd of December by 5 p.m. The price estimation date is scheduled to be on 6th of December, with the listing exercise scheduled to be completed by 16th of December.
Thank you, Mr. Raymond. We will now move on to section 2, the company overview. At a glance, ATECH is short for Aurelius Technologies Berhad. ATECH has 28 years of experience in the electronics industry, operating from Kulim High-Tech Park via its subsidiary BCM Electronics. ATECH is a one-stop solution electronics manufacturing services (EMS) provider. ATECH's integrated manufacturing plan focuses on 3 main product categories, which includes communication and IoT products, electronic devices, and its growing semiconductor components business. ATECH has a very strong relationship with many global multinational companies, delivering high-quality products professionally, reliably, promptly, and dedicatedly to our customers spanning over 3 continents in Asia-Pacific, America, and Europe. That's the reason why so many of our customers have been doing business with us over and over again, in excess of over 10 years, 15 years, and even over 20 years. This page illustrates the history and key milestones of ATECH. We started in 1993 as a very small company in a rented factory in Prague to do BE assembly for our customers, and the company gradually expanded into doing SMT and sub-assembly and further into box build by 1996. Between 2005 to 2010, the company continued to acquire the technical know-how and grow the product range into IoT products and PCBA of instrumentation devices for the oil and gas sector. In 2019, the company acquired a new customer and started the production of semiconductor multi-component modules. This, we believe, will be our next major growth sector. To have a peak in ATECH product diversity, ATECH key products largely evolve around sub-assembly, box build, and system build. With its specialist engineering production and testing expertise, built and curated over the years, ATECH has been able to produce various applications in communication and IoT products, electronic devices, and semiconductor components. For instance, the manufacturing of the highly secured two-way radios used in mission-critical situations such as civil defense teams working at the 9/11 incident, or the recent COP26 climate change event where world leaders congregate. All the highly versatile IoT tracking devices used for tracking vehicles such as passenger vehicles or logistic carriers. You can also see that ATECH manufactures its own in-house LED products, and not forgetting the fairly complex multi-component semiconductor products and modules manufacturing, which is carried out by ATECH's new automated end-to-end production lines, including robotic back-end and testing, with very minimal human involvement or intervention to achieve an almost lights-out manufacturing environment. The list here indicates our top 5 customers and customer F who joined us in 2019. We supply niche industrial products to all our major customers, which requires long qualification period and experiences to produce them. We supply customer A two-way radio assemblies and have been with them for 5 years. Customer B has been with us for 23 years, and we supply them with high-end radio accessories and box-built communication devices. We are also the sole supplier of many of their products. Customer C has been with us since the beginning of their journey, when they only had 6 people on their team and a business plan. They have since grown bigger and were sold to a big MNC in US for $400 million US. We built all of their IoT products. We supply customer D with high-end and complex PCBA and box build, and we have been with them for 12 years. They are in the oil and gas industry. Customer E is a subsidiary of customer B, located in Europe, and we ship radio accessories directly to them, and we have supplied for them for 24 years. Customer F is our latest acquired customer, whom we provide semiconductor multi-component module for, and we believe customer F will grow to be another major customer for ATECH. Next, we'll run through ATECH's key investment highlights. Here is a quick summary of ATECH's 6 key investment highlights, in which we will elaborate in the following slides. Our first key investment highlights is that we are a one-stop solution for industrial electronics products manufacture. Our core business is in the manufacturing services, where we offer an end-to-end EMS solutions from concept to high-volume board assembly up to finished products, supported by our engineering support services, customized test programs, and other services. Under the engineering support services, we provide early stages of new or enhanced product development to our customers, which include design of customer products, design for manufacturability, prototyping of new product, test process, optimization, and development of test software. The last two processes are done to establish the optimum production processes, which help reduce costs for our customers. Under services under manufacturing, it includes assembly focusing on SMT for PCBA, supplemented by offline assembly and related manufacturing activities such as auto insertion, soldering including manual high melting point and gold soldering, and mechanical assembly up to system integration. We also have SMT, PTH supporting facilities and strong capabilities to carry out EMS in a timely manner. We also provide customized test development, which includes the implementation for inspection and testing, and in-house expertise in designing jigs and tools and software programming. We also have a strong supply chain team to source materials to meet cost and ensure on-time delivery. The next key investment highlight is our niche capabilities to carry out high melting point and gold soldering, which is our competitive advantage. This is a high-end production process to support the oil and gas customer. The operator must be able to perform high melting point soldering for working temperatures between 430 degrees Celsius and 450 degrees Celsius on very fine pinch components. The minimum certification level of the operators to be able to train further to do the high melting point soldering is IPC-A-610 Class 3. And we now have 137 skilled personnel that holds the IPC A610 Class 3 certification, including 12 skilled personnel certified to carry out high melting point soldering, 5 skilled personnel certified to carry out gold soldering manually, 120 personnel mainly to carry out any mechanical assembly and inspection as required. We are one of the only 2 companies in Asia that can provide this service. The third key investment highlight is our in-house design manufacturing execution system and abilities to develop customized test programs. Our factory in Kulim High-Tech Park is a fully integrated production facility with our in-house design and developed manufacturing execution system, MES. And we do the following: end-to-end manufacturing processes based on predetermined detailed workflow, real-time production monitoring system that tracks the production process, including output, yield, quality, downtime. Full traceability of all material movements and manufacturing processes for all components and products. This actually allows us to immediately trace a defective process or component. Customers are also able to check the quality of production performed through various machine-generated reports. We also provide value-added services to our customers through our customized test programs, where we provide in-house technical expertise to develop test programs and develop test programs for power supply management, incorporating tests for safety, power leakage, power isolation, and burn-in tests. Our next investment highlight is that our factory is fully certified with all the relevant certificates. We have ISO 9001 for quality management, ISO 14000 for environment, ISO 16949 for automotive, ISO 13485 for medical, ISO 45001 for OSAS, which is for health and safety, and we have ESD 2020 for electrostatic compliance. On top of that, we have ATECH Atmosphere Explosives certification. This certification enables us to produce products that can be used in an explosive environment. We are also RBA compliant. RBA stands for Responsibilities, Business Alliance, and is an alliance set up by the US and Europe to promote fair working conditions, comprehensive labor protection, and environmentally friendly manufacturing processes for the electronics industry. We are also a member of the Promise of Integrity, formed by 5 big Penang multinationals and the state government of Penang, and endorsed by MITI. Our next key investment highlight is that we have an established track record of 28 years in the electronics industry. Our business operations, technical team, manufacturing facilities and capabilities have successfully evolved in tandem with the advancement of the electronics industry, while our top customers have been working with us from 10 to 28 years. Over our 28 years, we have also received many awards by our customers. Our next investment highlight is our experienced and long-serving management team. We recognize the importance of employees as an asset to the company and talent retention. Most of our senior management team, as you can see, are with the company for more than 20 years and have over 20 years of experience in their respective industry.
Thank you very much. And now I'll pass the presentation over to Mr. Hock Chang, Executive Director and Group CFO for Aurelius Technologies Berhad.
Thank you, Hakim. A very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to take you through the remaining of our presentation. Our future strategy. In addition to continue growing our existing industrial electronics products for our customer, we have 4 main areas of focus for our future plan and strategy. Number 1, expansion into semiconductor component manufacturing. Number 2, expansion of our production facility. Number 3, upgrading of manufacturing facility towards Industrial 4.0. And number 4, introduction of new product. Allow me to elaborate a bit in detail these 4 areas of focus on our future plan and strategy. Moving up the value chains in the semiconductor component manufacturing to broaden our product portfolio offering to produce semiconductor components. We are very excited on onboarding this new customer in 2019 to produce semiconductor IoT module. The IoT module we manufactured are designed to be incorporated into IoT devices or product to enable machine-to-machine communication using wireless technology. After the qualification, certification processes and pilot run in early part of 2020, we have seen invested in machinery and equipment to expand this segment of the business. We have 2 completed lines installed and in operation since the second quarter of this year. We have further installed and commissioned another 2 SMT lines lately. The complete line with back-end automated test and packaging line are expected to commission before the end of the year, before the end of our current financial year. We possess the necessary human capital, experience, and know-how, particularly in the RF field of technology, to support and expand this segment of the business. With the anticipated demand from our customer, we are to further expand our capacity to have total 7 dedicated lines by 2023. Number 2, expansion of our production facility. To cater for our intended goal, we are constructing a new manufacturing facility on the vacant land of approximately 3 acres adjacent to our existing manufacturing plant. The construction of this new manufacturing facility is expected to be completed by the end of this year and ready to commence operation in early next year. This new facility will provide an additional 61.9 thousand square feet of production floor represent an increase of 69% to our current production floor space. We are to further invest additional 4 SMT lines to cater for our growth in the next 1.5 years. 3 of these SMT lines are for semiconductor IoT module business, and the other SMT line is to cater for other industrial electronic products. We are also to invest 3 additional new AGV. AGV stands for Automated Guided Vehicle, to automate the material handling. AGV system enable us to safely handle electronic semiconductor component, especially for semiconductor IoT module manufacturing, in addition to reduce dependency of human labor. The semiconductor IoT module manufacturing line will also be equipped with automated back-end test and packaging, transforming the production process to be fully automated. Our customer also co-invest with us by investing in the automated test and packaging line. This evidence that our customer is confident in us and is here to stay with us. Upgrading of manufacturing facility towards Industrial 4.0. In addition to investment in machinery and equipment to automate the production process, we are to continue to develop and upgrade our MES. MES stands for Manufacturing Execution System to complement factory automation. We will invest in software and hardware integration to create a network to link the manufacturing facility. Our MES system providing us with real-time information and data of our manufacturing operation, enable the monitoring of production, yield, quality, health of our machinery, and delivery or shipment to our customer on a real-time basis. For this effort, we expected to spend approximately 4 million ringgit over the next few years. This will be funded through our internal generated fund. Introduction of new product. This project we are working on is a lithium-ion battery pack system for application in light vehicle. For example, the application in golf cart, forklift, material handling vehicle, robots, etc. This is our original design and our own brand product. We have completed our prototype build and field tests together with our partner and currently preparing the product for various certification. We anticipate having the product ready by end of next year. For this project, we have obtained the matching grant from MIDA to fund 50% of our R&D costs. We'll talk a little bit on COVID-19 and also the measure and impact of the COVID-19 to us. When COVID-19 pandemic hit our shore in the early of 2020, various MCOs were introduced by our government to contain the impact on our riot health and safety. Same measures were taken by other countries. Due to this restriction, we were faced with the following: delay in delivering of input material due to global supply chain disruption, delay in fulfillment of sales order. However, our customer agreed to deferment of the delivery schedule, delay in installation of our automated test and packaging line for our semiconductor IoT modules. This was rescheduled to January 2021 from the initial plan of July 2020. As a result, financial performance for FYE 31 January 2020 was affected. Revenue decreased by 7% and PBT decreased by 45% compared to the previous years, as we continue to incur factory overhead and expenses and additional medical costs and COVID-related expenses. The impact was particularly felt by us for the first quarter of FYE 2021, where our revenue decreased more than 44% quarter on quarter. Nevertheless, we were able to quickly adapt to and work and live with this COVID environment. Our operations were back to normal since the second quarter of FYE 2021. For FYE 2022, for the 7 months up to 31st August 2021, our revenue increased by 7.8% year on year to 200 million. When FMCO was introduced in June 2021, due to the surge in COVID cases, we were only allowed to operate at 60% capacity. We managed to mitigate this by rescheduling our operation day to 7 days a week, and this had helped us to achieve an overall higher operating hours on a weekly basis. We also schedule our staff to work from home wherever possible. With more than 99% of our employees are fully vaccinated, with effect from 28 October 2021, we were allowed to operate with 100% capacity. We believe the revenue for FYE 31st January 2022 will not be materially affected. We implemented strict measure and SOP in our business operation in line with the health guideline set by the government and our Ministry of Health, which include health declarations, implementation of contact tracing, regular factory sanitizing, social distancing, providing masks and hand sanitizer to all our employees on top of our regular reminder to them on COVID-19 awareness. To better cushion the potential COVID-19 impact on our supply chain, we effect from August 2021, some of our customers are giving us a weekly updated rolling forecast of up to 104 weeks ahead. We have also received long-term purchase order of up to 18 months in advance from some of our customers. This long-term forecast and order enable us to work with our supplier to plan out a long-term supply commitment more effectively. Our long-standing business relationship with our major supplier provide us with priority to procure input material. They are very committed in supporting us. We are seeing a very strong demand from our customer. We are cautiously optimistic that the projected global growth of semiconductor and industrial electronic market, especially for IoT-related industry, will drive the demand for our electronic manufacturing. The increased demand for automation, effective asset management, and real-time situation awareness will continue to contribute the increase of demand for IoT-related products. Next, I want to touch a bit on our financial overview. We recorded a revenue of 358 million, 389 million, and 362 million respectively for the last 3 financial years, ended 31st January 2019, January 2022, and January 2021. Profit after tax stood at 23.9 million, 23.6 million, and 15.1 million respectively for the last 3 financial years. The lower PAT for FYE 31st January 2021 of 15.1 million was mainly attributed to the disruption of the COVID-19, especially during the first half of 2020. For the first 7 months of current financial period ended 31st August 2021, we recorded a revenue of 200 million and a PAT of 13.2 million respectively, as compared to the revenue of 185 million and a PAT of 5.3 million recorded in the same period the preceding years. This represents an increase of 7.8% on revenue and 149% on PAT for this current financial period ended 31st August 2021 as compared to the preceding financial year period ended 31st August 2020. For the financial period ended 31st August 2021, our gearing ratio improved to 1.35 times from 1.62 times for the financial year ended 31st January 2021. This was contributed to the increased return earning as well as the decrease in borrowing arising from repayments of term loan. The gearing ratio will further improve to a circle of 0.5 times after the IPO and the utilization of some of the IPO proceeds to further pay down our borrowing. For our cash flow, net cash from operating activity was RM 18 million. Net cash used in investing activity is 10.3 million, was mainly used for purchase of additional SMT line for our semiconductor IoT modules manufacturing. The net cash used in financing activity of RM 8.8 million was largely used for repayment of term loan. For the financial period ended 31st August 2021, we have a cash and cash equivalent of 15.9 million. As at the LPD, that is as of 1st of November 2021, we have an unbilled purchase order book of 482.7 million, and this order are to be fulfilled over the stages in the next 24 months. In summary, we have built a solid track record of over 28 years in the industrial segment of the electronic industry, securing contract from global multinational customers. We have a strong, experienced management and technical team in RF, niche manufacturing know-how, test system development that are instrumental in growing our business. Existing business with our major customer, especially IoT-related products, are expected to continue to provide our base earning to the company. Going forward, the growth catalyst of ATECH will be the semiconductor IoT module and the related IoT product manufacturing. We have a strong order book and is growing. Our expanded production facility, ready by end of this year, will facilitate our intended growth. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to attend our briefing today. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Looks like we have work to look forward to in this upcoming IPO. Hope everyone in the audience has learned something. And I see that we do have some questions, so I guess we can now move on to the Q&A session. And for that, we have Kenneth Leong from our Malacca Securities research team. So let's get Kenneth up here. All right, Kenneth. So glad to have you here again today. I hope you're doing fine today.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah. I think you have some questions ready for Mr. Lee and Mr. Low, right?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I'll pass the session to you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We have come to a time of Q&A now, and I have some questions here in regards to the company's operations. Given that Malaysia revenue constitute about 30% of the group revenue over the recent years, are we expecting the trend to remain similar in coming years?
Kenneth, sorry, we lost you for your first part of the question.
Given that Malaysia constitute about 30% of the group revenue in recent years, are we expecting the trend to remain similar in coming years?
Yes, we do.
So basically, it'd be 70-30 between like overseas and local, right?
I think the Malaysia portion, might be around 20 over to 30%, okay, and the balance will be overseas.
Okay. How do you derive your sales? Can you share with us whether are your sales based on a contract or a purchase order basis?
All our sales are based on purchase orders, and some of the customer give us a long-term purchase order, up to 18 months. So yes, it's all on purchase orders.
Yeah, to add on that, we do actually sign what we call a supply agreement with our customer or manufacturing agreement. That agreement basically outline the general terms and conditions of doing business between the two parties. But the actual order itself will come in the form of purchase order.
Okay, understood. Can you tell us more about the new plant and what is the current progress?
We have started constructing our plant, at the mid of this year. Not very long into our construction, we were faced with FMCO. But nevertheless, we are catching up on the timing of our construction. We expected our new plant to be completed by the end of this year, and by the beginning of next year, it will ready for our commencement of operation.
Based on the commencement for the operations of the new plant, are they only solely for target for customer S, or are they like new customers? Are you anticipating like new customers as well?
This plant is built, to expand our growth on customer F, and at the same time also to cater for our traditional our industrial product category, and also might be when we come into lithium-ion battery production.
From the unbilled order book of 482.7 million, what was ATECH's order book replenishment for this year, and any internal targets for next year?
For this part of the year, I think certain months we are still impacted by COVID, on the MCO, RMCO that introduced by our government. But our targets are on track for this year in terms of revenue. And next year, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we are looking at growing our business probably in the region of 20% or more.
20%. What was the largest single purchase order that ATECH have secured in a single financial year, in terms of like value?
Because we built, even for one customer, we have many different type of product and a mix of the product that we build. And the purchase order they give to us is according to the product that we are building. Okay, so we are not, singly reliant on only one product. Okay, for our revenue. So we are diverse, different type of product, even with one customer.
All right.
Yeah.
All our customers have got multi-products, and orders will come for each individual product.
Okay. There was some sell down in technology stocks, including like public listed EMS players during the midday today, on reports that Andy Hall, the social activist, is holding a seminar with Credit Suisse in regards to the migrant workers and labor rights issue. There's also growing concern over the ESG issue surrounding Malaysia's manufacturing sector landscape, are you heavily depending on a foreign labor?
Actually, we are not. As of today, we don't have a single foreign worker. Okay, even in the past, we have a small amount of foreign worker. Our policy is that we treat everyone equally. As mentioned in our earlier presentation, we are RBA compliance. RBA is actually a standard set by US and Europe. On how the companies should treat all the workers fairly and equally. We have been, all the time compliant to those. We inculcate a culture here in our company that we are one big family. I think in the video also you can hear the testament from our supervisor. That is the culture that we adopt in this company.
Yeah, we can see that they have been.
We sometimes quarrel like a big family. We enjoy, we celebrate, like a big family. We are very close together, and most of our people, the management staff that you can see, have been with us for a long time. Not only the management staff, even right to the level of operator. Some of them are with us for very, very long, and we still have people that actually with us from day one, in the operator level, from day one when we start operation until today. Those days they were just new school leaver, and today they could be mothers, and some of them could be already a grandmother. They're still with us.
Just to add a bit on there, we don't retrench any of our operators, even during the COVID restriction in operations, even going back to history on all the slowdowns and everything else. And I think this has to a certain extent create a security environment for them. And in terms of other working conditions, we are audited by RBA every year. They come and do an audit on our factory every year.
Okay. It's like several EMS players that probably listed in Bursa Malaysia. How do you differentiate yourself from the other competitors?
EMS, I mean, as a EMS, I think there are many categories of products that that we all do. It can be in consumer products, it can be in industrial products, it can be in medical or aeronautical or products. So I think most EMS will do a mix of consumer, medical, and whatever it is. But for BCM, we focus on the high end, or we call the niche area of industrial products. And our products requires a lot of a qualification process. Take a long time for the customer to qualify us in terms of doing assessing the plant, doing prototypes, running and all these things. So in that sense, we are very different to doing consumer products and all this, because our products, when we call it very high end, is because the customer will always tell us that our products are what they call a cannot fail product. It's used in a critical area, critical mission area, critical applications like oil and gas industries. The drilling tool goes in 10,000 feet deep. It goes deep down there. If it fails, it comes up. It costs them millions of dollars to do a repair and put it back again. So that's what they all say. It's a cannot fail product for all our customers. So in that sense, if you talk about competition, direct competition, we don't see anybody that's directly doing our category of the products that we are doing at the moment.
Yeah, just to add on a little bit on that, I think we also have developed a very close partnership with our customer. As you can see, I think the customers stay with us for a long time. Most of the customers stay with us from the day they are engaging us, or we are engaging them together. We we only call ourselves, we call each other partnership instead of customer or supplier. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have developed a very strong relationship. We always refer ourselves. They are our extension of R&D and marketing, and they refer us. It's an extension of supporting them in manufacturing a quality product for them. So none of the customer that have engaged with us have ever left us in our history. Okay.
Wow.
So we have developed those type of relationship with our customers.
Your borrowing seems relatively high currently. Is there any plan to bring down the gearing ratio?
Yes, yes. I think our gearing is a bit high now. We were actually intended to go for IPO last year, and in conjunction with expansion of our factory plant and also our production facility. Unfortunately, in early part of 2020, we were hit by COVID. We halted the plan. But as we halted the IPO plan, toward the middle of last year or beginning of this year, we couldn't stop of spending capex, as the requirement from our customer is increasing. We had to go ahead and spend the capex. And that's the reason why you can see the gearing for FYE 31st January 2021 is a little bit high. As at 31st August 2021, now you can see the gearing start to come down as we're starting to repay some of those loans. Although we have spent more money in acquiring machinery and facility, but with the IPO and with the utilization of some of this proceed to repay some of those loans, we should able to get our gearing ratio down to 0.5. Eventually, our goal is actually to maintain our gearing ratio not exceeding 0.5 going forward.
So you're comfortable with 0.5 times?
Yeah, because we still need some of this facility to provide us a working capital. Most of our debt are actually a short-term working capital because we need them to procure the input material to produce a finished good for them, to produce a product for us. Yeah, those are not typically not long-term loan, but it's a very short-term working capital type of loan.
How did the COVID-19 pandemic impact the company? I understand that there's still like a very strong demand in the EMS industry. So are you still fulfilling the backlog orders?
Yes, we have actually some order that we couldn't fulfill due to the restriction of the percentage of capacity that we can operate. Okay, but as we also mentioned earlier in our presentation, we deal with all industrial type of product. Although there is a impact due to the capacity issue, our customer didn't cancel. Okay, those orders are actually allowed to be carried forward, into the future. So we do have some backlog, but we're seeing this backlog is slowly clearing up, and we also see a stronger demand from our customer. Okay, so in order to mitigate, this COVID impact, especially on the supply chain side, we work very closely with our customer by giving us a very longer forecast. Some of the customers even give us up to 2-year forecast, and their forecasts are very, very accurate. They know exactly when they need to supply their product to the end customer. We also have customers that I think giving us a much longer purchase order. They can see even about 1.5 years ahead what their order to be and place with us the firm purchase order. So the firm order that we have received today, SSR LPD, which is the 1st of November 2021, we have about 482.7 million purchase order unbilled. So this order is coming in strongly, with our completion of our factory, we hope that we can accelerate, our growth, fulfilling our customer demand.
Is it a norm that they give you like 24 months to fulfill, or is it because of the COVID impact?
They used to give us up to 1 year.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now because of COVID, they say, okay, to better manage the supply chain, right? That we can share the data with a supplier, and the supplier is much more aware 2 years ahead, that they can actually help us to allocate the material for us. So our customer do actually work together with us.
Okay. That's it from my side on the Q&A. So we'll move on to the audience question. We have some question here from the audience from Pun Yong Tran. How many % of the business contributed to by the automotive sector?
Mr. Kun and Kenneth. I think the automotive sector, I think you refer to those asset management and tracking business that we do, which are IoT product that we build for one of our customers. For last year, financial year ended 31st January 2021, they contributed about 20% of our total revenue.
20%. There's another question here from one Izzat Daniel. Will the company be venturing into the EV sector in the future, electric vehicle?
I think we are not going to build an EV. I think we are not.
Malaysia is not ready yet.
But one thing that interesting is that I think the semiconductor IoT module that we build, they are incorporated with 5G or even 5G plus, wireless communication capability. And we understand from our customer, some of this application of this IoT module will be used in autonomous driving. Okay, so in today, I think autonomous driving is also one of the feature important not only for EV car, for any type of vehicle as well. Those application, those products that we build will be actually for those applications, more on the technology side.
Okay. Maybe we'll take one last question here. Are you satisfied with your current profit margin? I think your profit margin is around like net margins is around 6%, 6 to 7%.
Yeah. Okay, of course, we are never satisfied. As our CEO say, nothing is impossible. So what we do now, cautiously, strategically also, we are going to a business that we are more highly automated. So for production that we do currently for industrial product, we automate whatever process as much as possible. For this new business that we acquire on this semiconductor component, these are almost fully automated line. Okay, so with those higher technology deployed, for our production, we are looking for a better margin. We are working towards a double-digit margin.
Any guidance, like when are you targeting to achieve like double-digit margins?
We hope to achieve that. Yeah, we hope to achieve that in the next 2-3 years to come.
When the plant fully runs the new. So before we wrap up, is there anything that Mr. Lee and Mr. Low wants to add?
Only thing I can add is that we have for our customers, and the customer knows that it will take a long time for them to actually transfer our product elsewhere, and that's why we become very strategic to them. So in that sense, we are very strategic to the customer. The customer is very strategic to us. So we
a little bit on that. Although we are not very young, 28 years in the business, but we are, very excited on the industrial segment that we serve. We believe those segments that we are serving, those industrial segments that we are serving, are the growing industrial segment. In particular, IoT product and IoT modules. We believe this will be another very important economic pillar that will put very important economic pillar going forward. The application is to basically optimize, and improve the effectiveness and efficiency of us doing business, and also as something that we view very importantly, within our organization. We are prepared for our growth, and we would like to thank all the investors who, come to support us. We will do our very best, to make sure that your return a good one, and your investment with us will continue to grow as we grow together with you.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation and also the Q&A. I'll pass it back to Don to wrap things up.
Thank you, Kenneth.
All right. Thank you, Kenneth. Thanks for asking the question and doing this with us for this session. And yeah, I guess this brings us to the end of this corporate briefing session with ATECH today. Thank you, Mr. Lee, and thank you, Mr. Loh, we're glad to have you here with us today. Okay. And also to Swan Consultancy, thank you for organizing this with us. Okay. And most importantly, thanks for everyone tuning in today. And to join more sessions like this, do like and follow our Facebook page to get the latest updates. All right. So thank you. Stay safe and have a great day, everyone.